All right, everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the King's Speech. So we'll get around to some Spy Family today. I also did get the next volume of Battle Angel Alita in, so I'm excited to cover that as well. I'll probably put off the read-throughs again until next week, because honestly, your boy's been exhausted. These last couple of weeks have just been kind of super draining and tiring between sad work stuff, like all these other things. My personal energy level is just like baseline drained. But I didn't want to get caught up with Stone and Jump stuff so it doesn't get like a huge backlog. So cover Spy Family today, and then hopefully we'll get back to read through stuff next weekend. I'm excited to dive into like the next couple of volumes of things I have to get into. So a lot of good stuff going to be coming your way. So if you haven't already, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Unfortunately, I do not have my tablet charged with me today, so you're just going to have to follow along with the chapter. Let's get into it. Spy Family Mission 129 by Tetsuya Endo, with translation by Casey Lowe and lettering by Rina Mappa. And I assume that's yours, co-worker, the naggy one, with Dominic, get over here now! It's like, huh? This is the program that you went to watch, but now something terrible is happening. And we pick up, we're back with the hostage situation. What? Was this in the script? I was told this would be an interview program. The director's just like shaking his head, like, no, it's not part of it. He's like, I'll cut the camera. It's like, don't stop filming. It looks like an audience member's gotten a little excited. Return to your seat. He's like, shut up. We're hosting this program now. And you have the blonde guy with numbers. They all have number 7 caps on their heads. He's like, we're hosting this program now, and I'll thank you for not getting in our way. And he's like, what the hell do you think you're doing? I will not stand for. And you hear a bang and a eep. As you see, he just fired a shot, like a warning shot, into like the arm of the armchair he's sitting in. It's like, I trust it's now clear that our guns are real. God! You see the audience all just like screaming and starting to panic. It's like, settle down, everyone, settle down. We have no intention of hurting you so long as you all behave. We simply want to show the people of Ostania the way that things ought to be. And Lloyd's like, they're hijacking the airwaves to make some sort of political point. And fucking Yuri's like, the temerity of these scumbags to do this while my sister's present? I need to put a stop to this broadcast at once. So our comrades have taken over the control room and the transmitters as well. There's no stopping this broadcast. I expect that even our nation's leaders are now tuning in, so I have a message for them. Please refrain from making any attempt to cut off the electricity to the TV tower or its relay stations. Rest assured that we have no intention of criticizing your... Fucking Christ, bro. No intention of criticizing your political system, nor do we intend to demand anything of this nation. However, if you make any attempt to interfere with us, our retribution will be merciless. And you see both Lloyd and Yuri are confused by this. It's like, you're the producer here, yes? Can you give this to your superiors for me? I want all the people whose names are on this list brought here. You have 1 hour. After that, we'll talk about why we're here. And Yuri's like, they're going to wait for a whole hour without even tying up the staff and audience? Do they not take us seriously at all? These guys do seem to have a pretty good idea of how the government handles attacks on its airwaves. And Lloyd's like, whose names are on that list? Are those the people to whom they'll issue their demands? But if that's the case, why hijack a live broadcast? More pressingly, how do I respond to this situation? If no one's life is in immediate danger, do I wait for an hour or do I... And you see nearby as Lloyd, or not Lloyd, fucking Christ, Yor is kind of like gritting her fingers. It's like 2 seconds per person. It'll take 20 seconds to kill or, knock them all out. No, don't get carried away, Yor. They said they have comrades in other places. It's like, Mr. Director, let's have you step over this way. You, the opera singer, you come too. He's like, oh, why? It's like, all possible routes to the ground floor have been sealed, so there's no point in trying to escape. And Yuri's like, that's 2 of them gone. What do I do? Would retaking control of the studio be enough to foil the enemy's plans? But any attempt to retake it by force, no. So lock down the doors just to be safe. There are 9 of them inside the studio, each armed with handguns or small arms. And I don't know if they have other accomplices hiding among the station staff. With Yor and so many other civilians in the studio, the risk is just too high. He's like, why take her and the director? And Yor's is like, So getting a firmer grasp of the situation is the top priority. And I must do so with the utmost care so as to not draw attention. And not only from the terrorists, but from the studio cameras as well. Which would mean, and as Yor looks over to the side, he's like, huh? Lloyd? It's like, as expected, some of the control room staff appear to be in on it too. And you see with a swoosh, as he immediately disguises himself as the leader number 7. He's like, can I get a situation report? He's like, what? Is it okay for you to leave the studio? I've got some time until the people arrive. What's the status on the ground? He's like, I was just about to. It's like, do not be deceived. That man is not your leader. To think that we'd meet here of all places, Twilight. Or perhaps I should call... Fucking Christ, it's going to be a fucking fake out scenario, right? Or perhaps I should call you Lloyd Forger after you so suspiciously disappeared from the studio. And you see how like Yuri's like hauling him away and Cole's like, what? Lloyd is a spy? It's like, how can I possibly do this without blowing my cover? And Yor kind of glances over at him with, poor Lloyd looks terrified. Oh, that's right. He's just a normal civilian. Don't you worry, Lloyd. I promise you I'll protect you. The advantage goes to the aggressor. It's like, huh? Yor? And you see with a swoosh and a gash. It's just like a fucking karate chop to the back of their necks and knocks them all out. It's like, who the hell are you? It's like, he spotted me. It's like, I'm sorry, but I need to borrow your pen. It's going to be another imaginary scenario, isn't this? It's like, I'm sorry, I'm going to need to borrow your pen. You have a grrr. And there's just a splash of blood as she throws it. It's going to need to stay as high as possible to avoid being spotted by the staff or the audience. You see, lunge, lunge, lunge. She just like bounces off the floor into the ceiling with, calling our comrades for the other positions for backup. And then you see just like a pile of corpses on the floor. And Yuri's like, Yor? Yor, that was so savage. It's almost like you're some sort of assassin. It's like, no, Lloyd, it's nothing like that. That was just a little trick I picked up when I had a part-time job as a ceiling washer. So that may be the case, but I hold such vulgar behavior and disdain. It's a bad influence on Anya. I'm sorry, but I want a divorce. It's like, gasp. It's like, Yuri's like, I thought it was awesome. It's like, it's no good. If I try to resolve this through force, Lloyd will end up hating me. I have to think of a more refined solution. Oh, but of course, everyone's safety comes first. It's like, yours trembling. It can't be helped. This is a lot for a mere civilian to handle. It's like, my poor sister has broken out into a cold sweat. I need to do something. It's like, I need to find some way to get in contact with the State Security Service. If it means protecting my sister, I can accept my secret identity as an SSS agent being revealed. First, I need to lead them as far away from yours as possible, and he just makes a mad dash outside. It's like, hey, hold it right there! And you see as they're chasing, it was like, Yuri! It's like, Yor, no, stay where it's safe! Oh, fucking Christ, man, these imagination bits are getting old. It's like, but I worry about you because I'm so kind and sweet. It's like, you're with them, then die. It's like, eep! As she dodges like a bullet being shot past her. Like, stay still, damn it! It's like, I'm sorry, I'm just really good at dodging. It's like, you bastard! You just murdered 2 hairs on my sister's head! Grrr! As he lunges forward, looking all psychopathic and just like slashes the guy's head off. He's like, eek! I need reinforcements! And you see how they're just filling him with bullets. He just kind of like still manages to like take him out with superhuman strength. It's like, Yuri, my dear Yuri! It's like, I'm sorry, Yor. It looks like this is the end for me. It's like, no, don't you dare leave me alone. It's like, no, I'm so sad. It's like, no good. I have to remember what Chloe said to me, that if I die, there'll be no one to protect Yor. Huh, but with my improved evasion skills, maybe I could still... No, but... And you see us all like muttering to each other. It's like, quiet down over there. You're freaking me out. And you see as the clock's ticking down, it's like the situation isn't changing. I worry about how much more the audience can endure both physically and mentally. The terrorists don't appear to be very aggressive, so maybe I should feel things out a little bit. He's like, and then you see in sick clockwork, you have Yuri and Lloyd going, excuse me, I need to use the bathroom. And they both just look at each other. It's like, that's fine, but no more than 2 people at once. Over here, you two. It's like, It's like, damn it. I was hoping to find an opening to gather some intel, but now with him present, but it's not like I can insist we go one at a time. That'd be way too suspicious. It's like, why must you always be in my way? And as they leave, Yor's like, oh, if I strike while Lloyd's away, there's no risk of him seeing me as vulgar, right? This is my chance. I'll just tell him that all the bad guys died because, I'll come up with something later. I strike now. And as she tries to stand up, you see them both being led back in. It's like, what? They're already back? That was fast. It's like, I wasn't able to do anything because of him. It's like, what? Do you need to use the bathroom now? He's like, yes, that's right. And Yuri's like, oh no, there's no way I can let Yor go out there by herself. It's like, me too. It's like, you literally just came back from using the bathroom. It's like, I still have to go. Lately I've had serious trouble clearing my bladder. It's like, is that so? Like, this time I'll get it done. Oh no, wait. I'll have to stand constant guard to ensure that Yor isn't harmed. It's like, Yuri saying me wouldn't be too bad, but what would killing 1 or 2 guards in the hallway accomplish? That guy seems real sketchy. We need more guards on him. It's like, I wasn't able to do anything. I see them all just fidgeting in their seats. Like, I can't make a move. It's like, yo, Andy literally they spelled it as AN-D. Russell and Martin have arrived downstairs. Once everyone's here, check them all to make sure the cops haven't planted any bugs on them, then send them up on the elevator. They said that Joanna is at a job in Hugaria, so that's not going to be possible. It's like, gotta give up on him then. Like, Russell and Martin, are those the people on the list? But those are the names of... The Minister of Broadcasting sent over the people on the list without even consulting us. Probably because his own mistress is among the hostages. Prepare for an infiltration of the tower. If they start killing hostages or inciting an uprising or something, we'll need to wipe them out to preserve public order. We'll make the minister listen to reason. Make sure that nothing is broadcast to viewers that suggests we're acting out of panic. It must be handled quietly as if we'd foreseen every possible outcome. You see with a ding as these three nervous-looking guys are let in. It's like, that's Russell. Martin and Christopher are here too? And I think those guys played Proto and Cochon. It's like, what's going on? It's like, what are you doing here? It's like, no clue. That's what I want to know. It's like, looks like the cast is all here. Now we can start the meeting. It's like, what exactly are you planning to do? It's like, isn't it obvious? What else would you be here for but a shoot? It's like, a shoot? My fucking God, bro. I don't know what the fuck you're doing, Endo. We're gonna do a reshoot right here and now. A reshoot of 5-Year Love Plan. It's a crank in. And they're like, huh? It's like, I did not foresee that. Oh my Christ, man. All right. I literally don't know what the hell to make of this chapter. So I guess we'll get into the thoughts of like, I don't know, like the whole thing at the beginning where it's like, oh, we're not gonna like make any political demands, like criticizing anything. It's like we're doing all this blah blah blah. That already implied, right? There's gonna be some kind of twist coming at the end, like whether it is like they were actually lying about not making a political statement or something else. But I think the thing for me is like all the imagination stuff of like, oh, each one like imagining the scenario of like what they would potentially do to try and do the thing of like having the other one interrupt it. I don't feel like the comedic tone really landed. Like I don't feel like Endo went like really all in on like how ridiculous he should have made the scenarios. So it feels like just like a little bit like, oh, you wanted to do a gag, but you didn't want to make it like too jokey and wanted to like keep the situation serious. So it feels like a lot of the gags just didn't land at all. Especially with, so you have the whole thing like, all right, it feels like the entire issue of this chapter is like, all right, here's a bunch of bits, but none of the bits really land, and they all go on like a panel or two more than they really need to. So it kind of just dampens the impact completely. And so having a majority of the chapter just having been like caught up with these delusions, and then another unfunny bit of like, oh, like they both decide to try to like do the thing, they're getting in each other's way, like. Again, like I feel like more interesting scenarios would have made this more amusing than it actually was in execution. So it kind of just ends up being like, all right, I guess like we got a bit coming from this chapter. And then having the reveal at the end with like, oh, these must be like the other performers they're going to put on like a play for some reason. It's like, I don't know, like I feel like the strength of this mini arc, whatever it's going to be, is going to depend entirely on how good the bit is and how much development it leads to for Lloyd, Yuri, and Yor. So I'll wait to judge, but man, this is not a great start to this. We'll see. With all that said, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time, this is Ash. Talk to you all later.